So finally, I'm getting around to the video. This is where I'm gonna review the Festool CT Midi or Midi M-I-D-I 1 dust extractor. It's not a vacuum, it's a dust extractor. Now, if you want me to get super specific and technical and show you every single last feature and give you all the power and all that jazz, this definitely isn't the video. For those that are just landing on my channel for the first time to see this dust extractor, I'm a mobile detailer, so I clean cars. So this is primarily used just to vacuum interiors. This is mostly used for like woodworking and like more heavier construction type jobs. But I use it just as basically a vacuum for vehicles. So I'll talk to you about the pros, the cons, why I like it, why I don't like it, and whether I'd recommend it to you. Alright, so before plugging it in or anything like that, let me just talk to you about the body itself. So I have, as of right now, I have a 2009 HHR panel, and there's not much that can fit in that small little thing. So anything that I purchase has to be compact that I can fit everything else. Before this dust extractor, I had the Metro Vac and Blow. It was a little cylinder looking vacuum. Not the strongest, not the baddest, not the biggest, but the reason why I had it for 4 years is because it was compact. It would literally fit underneath my seat on the back side of it. Like, that's the primary reason why I kept it for so long. So this one, I didn't want to purchase a vacuum to where like it's all clunky and like it takes up a lot of space, and then the hose have to go somewhere else, and then the attachments have to go somewhere else. So probably one of the bigger things on why I chose this Festool was because I wanted something that's all enclosed. Like, there's not like it's not gonna be like I have to have a bag for this. The attachments go in this other bag. The cable always has to be wrapped up and like it's always dangling somewhere. I did not want to mess with that. I just wanted one thing that I could just have in one complete system, and this Festool, it accomplished that on the dot. It's super well built, like the rigid vacuum that like 4-gallon one that costs like 80 bucks. It's great for the price and it's fabulous, but like the material on this is super durable. Like, lifting it up from this handle, you can feel that it's secure. Like, it's not going anywhere. I don't have a problem walking around carrying it with this on by the handle. You can just tell it's quality, it's not gonna break. Like, you feel real secure with this. On top of that, once you open this, and this is using their, what's it called, their T-lock system or whatever, the hose is contained inside here. So even when you hook it up and you lock it, it's now even easier to move around. And again, once you're done, you just open this back up, you feed this in, it takes no time, and then you're good to go. You close it, and then you can put it back in the van or move it around or whatever you have to do. So that's probably one of the bigger reasons why I wanted this dust extractor, is because it's a box. It's not like some clanky little vacuum that's like there's a handle and it's an oval. Like, this is basically a cube. The hose is stored in itself, right? So it doesn't take much time to store this, right? And that's a quarter that just flew out the hose. And the attachment is also located down here. Now, usually I pull out the hose and then hook it up, so it's gonna be a little weird getting it out right now. But the hose is right here. It's the crevice tool, and this crevice tool is skinny, durable. Now, I think a con is that I think only Festool attachments fit on this, so that could be a downside. But this is basically what I really need. They have another set of attachments, but this is the one that I primarily use anyway. So and you have to purchase that other set separately. So I think I read that it's only a Festool attachment can fit on the Festool hose. I could be wrong. Okay, another great part that I really wanted to solve from my last vacuum, which is that Metro Vac and Blow, is that the hose was so terrible. It was so annoying to deal with. It was this cheap little plastic hose that had so many kinks. It would always disconnect. Like, you could just tell it was cheap material, and I was so irritated and frustrated with like such a cheap hose. So this one also fixes that. Again, if you want to see all the specs, I mean, I'll link down the website and I'll link down the link to this product. I'm not gonna get super technical, but this hose here is super high quality material. Now a cool thing is that like with the other one that I was using, again, like it was a cheap hose, cheap attachment. With this one, it takes some effort to lock it in, and then it takes, so this is basically, so there you go, it's secured now. To remove this off of the hose, not that it's impossible, duh, it's not that, but you're not gonna accidentally, like it's not gonna accidentally slip out when you're vacuuming. Like to remove it from here, you will struggle a little bit to take it off. Not struggle, but you need to put some effort to remove it off of the hose there. And again, coming back from the one that I was using, it was just so cheap. I hate that it slipped out. It was just not a fun experience. And with this one, like, you know it's not going anywhere. Like, it's gonna stay no matter what you do. It's not gonna go anywhere. Now, it's not a downside, but just a nuance to it is because it's so secure, it will take a little bit of effort to take it off, but I am okay with that part. The material of this hose as well, like as soon as you feel it, it's rugged, it's durable. You know it's gonna the color's cool, so that's just an added benefit. But you can just tell, like it's a high quality hose, and this part swivels or rotates, whatever you want to call it. So whenever you are vacuuming an interior and like you have to get in a weird situation, the whole hose doesn't kink up on you like it normally does with other hose, because like it's all one little thing, it's all one hose that will, you know, move around because it's just one unit, if that made sense. But with this one, you can easily just rotate where it needs to rotate, and it makes life so much easier. So now when you're in some weird spot, instead of having to like adjust the full hose and like make it unkink itself to get more room, you simply just like rotate this part and you get to where you need to be. Super convenient, super useful, super helpful, and I absolutely love that about this hose. And I believe it's 6 or 7 feet long, so as soon as you put it down, put it on one side of the vehicle, you'll be able to reach the other side pretty easily, because there's definitely some length to it. Now another benefit to it is it has a self-cleaning mechanism. So once you're ready to put it up, once you'll have it on, right? I'm not gonna do it right now, it's gonna get noisy, and you'll get the point just by me doing it. So you'll turn it on, obviously, and then you'll tap, I forget if it's tap or you just hold your hand there and you'll press this lever right here, and it'll clean out the vacuum and the hose for you. And that's just a cool little feature, especially if you're doing a lot of, again, like this is meant as like a dust extractor. So for us detailers, like I would say it's a bit overkill, but it's still a good feature to have to clean it out and to just to clean out the bag and the hose. Again, it'll clean out the filter and stuff, so that's good. And also mentioning that the filter is right here, so it's super accessible to change out the filter. And again, I know like for detailers it's a little bit of overkill, I get it, I know. It's a dust extractor, not a vacuum, but again, you can clean out the filter and to drop whatever dust is in there into the bag. To change out the filter, it's right here. Let me access I was gonna talk about it, but I'm about to show you the bag itself is ginormous. I forget the size of it. I should have checked. It doesn't matter. But these bags can take a lot of weight. Like compared to my old extractor, man, that little bag was like 16-ounce little bag of nothing. This one, like, it's gonna take a while to fill up, and even if you do fill it up pretty heavy, it's worth its weight. Like, it's not a flimsy little piece of fabric that can't hold. Like, it holds its weight with the trash and debris that you're vacuuming. And that's a big benefit for us detailers, because like there's a lot of crap and junk in customers' vehicles, so this is gonna hold up perfectly. And to put it back on, I mean it's super simple. Like you do that, you clamp it on, and boom, it's ready to go. Now, as far as suction power goes, I know it's stronger than most vacuums out there, because I remember checking that before I purchased it just to see where it compared. So it is much, I don't know if it's much stronger, but it's definitely stronger than most vacuums out there. But I'll link all those things down below. And just like the other, like Festool, you can just stack everything here if you needed to add like another something. And another cool thing about this is because it's a flat surface, as I'm vacuuming or whatever, and I can extend the hose and still lock it. I can have the floor mat sitting right here, like just as a placeholder, and so I'm done with the whole vehicle. But yeah, I can keep them here, or maybe even just vacuum the floor mats on here super quick. So that's also a very, very, very helpful thing. Now, on the front side, the powers and all that jazz. So this one, again, pretty straightforward. You have your little, if you want an extra, if you have something to, again, this is for, not really for detailers, but you get it. I'll just get that. You have your main power button. You turn this, you press the little button here, and then it's a variable speed. So, you know, 1 is lowest, 5 is the highest. So you can change the speed. So that's helpful to some degree. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward. It is Bluetooth enabled. So for, like, again, for Festool makes a lot of cool products, so they do have, you can Bluetooth connect it, but that's for something else. That I wouldn't worry about that for detailers, because I would never imagine myself using that anyways. Another amazing feature is you can lock the wheels. So most vacuums out there, you can't lock the wheels. Like if you're on a driveway, like I am most of the time, it's just gonna roll down. You have to either put the cable, angle it in a specific manner, or keep an eye on it. Do something so it doesn't just roll away on you. Or maybe like when you are in the vehicle and you're vacuuming, like you'll kind of snag the vacuum towards the vehicle, and you don't want that because you don't want to potentially scratch it. So with this one here, you can it actually has, can I lift it up with this? You can actually lock it with this right here. So right now it's locked, like it raises up the 2 feet, so it's not gonna go anywhere. To unlock it, you literally just kick it or push it back, and it's like, and it moves so smoothly. Like it's like a little bumper car right now. Like there's no problem with maneuvering it. The wheels, the casters are so high quality that there's no problem whatsoever. So it's gonna move if it wants to move, but if you don't want it to move, you simply, am I in frame? All you literally do is that you'll just whatever I did. You literally just press it, raise it. Whoops. That's literally all you have to do. And to unlock it, you just bloop. Okay, and just quickly talk about the back side. It has this, I forget what this is called right here, but you can just basically knock it down, and you can just take off the cord super easily. And you can just wrap it. That's pretty standard. I mean, nothing new going on there, but it's super good. Now the last portion that I want to show you, which it's not really something that I was really primarily worried about. Like this wasn't a make or break deal or anything, but you could put your attachment here, the hose, and now it turns into a blower, and instead of just a dust extractor. So that's an added benefit to me. If it didn't have that, it wouldn't have, you know, I would have still purchased it. But it is good. Like I'll still use this to blow out wheels and stuff. If needed, because I have 2-3 other blowers that I can use, but I have used it. It works good. The power's strong, and yeah. So it's so easily accessible right there. So like it's all easily accessible. Nothing takes more than a few like steps to get to what you want to do. So overall, it's a great quality machine. So overall, this dust extractor, I give it a good 10 out of 10 in terms of quality, build, like what it's intended for. I mean, if you're using this for you know, for what it's like its main purpose, I would say, I mean, it's great. So me just being a detailer, I give this a 10 out of 10. Now some cons to it, it's gonna be price. That's basically gonna be it, because this extractor, this dust extractor, yeah, what's it called, dust extractor, yeah, it's $640 just for this unit, not including the crevice tool attachment and not including the replaceable bag. So in total, shipped to my door, I believe it was like $740, somewhere around there. So it's not cheap. Would I recommend this to a beginning detailer that's just getting started or is just doing this as a hobby? Absolutely not. No, I mean, one I would recommend for most people is that rigid vacuum. I'll have it linked down below. It's like 80 bucks, and then you can upgrade the hose and the attachments for like another 60 bucks or like 40 bucks or something. So you'll get a quality vacuum under like 200 bucks. So this can definitely be overkill for most people. Now, if you have if you're a mobile detailer and you are looking for something spacious, you aren't gonna get like a reel, and like that's not the setup you want, then yeah, I definitely recommend that this would be a good unit for you just because of everything that I outlined. But other than that, I mean, I'm not gonna recommend this to most people. Like if you have the money, if you have the revenue, if you have the sales, if you have the growth, if you know that this is gonna fit your bill, then yeah, I would 100% recommend it. But anything other than that, I would not recommend it because it costs $640 for a vacuum. Now, of course, you want to see some footage of me using it. So here I have a few clips of me using this dust extractor, aka vacuum, on a few jobs. Take a look. And another benefit is you can use it as a chair to finish up a YouTube video. So that's also a benefit as well. So that's gonna wrap it up here. If you have any comments, questions, concerns about this dust extractor, if you need to know more information, first of all, check those links down below because it'll have more information that I can provide you in terms of the specs and all that jazz. But as far as like usability, how like any of that stuff, then yeah, let me know and I'll try to answer them the best I can. But yeah, so go ahead and leave those comments, like this video, give it a thumbs up, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.